Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Chris Maloney back with you for another edition of CWN Predicts WWE Money in the Bank 2021, taking place live tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. on the WWE Network as well as Peacock. And then the kickoff taking place live tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. on Peacock, as well as WWE Network, as well as social media, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and all that sort of jazz there. But again, Chris Maloney back with you, second in 2 days. It was nice being back yesterday, I tell you that much. And it's been an enjoyable summer so far. And like I said yesterday, CWN Live will launch very, very soon. And I'm excited. But I've been enjoying the summer, I tell you that. But I've been missing doing this here. And I tell you, this past Friday, so 2 days ago, I watched SmackDown, and I said in yesterday's show, I may have shed a tear watching those 14,000 fans in attendance. The comeback of Finn Balor there. Just the energy, the hype. I'm getting goosebumps now talking about it, but it's absolutely amazing to have the fans back on TV. With that being said, huge Red Sox fan. I've been watching them in Fenway do their thing. My wife, huge Blue Jays fan. They got the, Friday, the word came out that the Blue Jays are coming back July 30th to the Rogers Center. So 15,000 fans in attendance. A lot of hope. If you could see my shirt right now, it's Toronto Raptors. And, it's the goosebumps, the excitement, the feel is in the air, and, I can't wait to experience it live again. And, Slammiversary took place last night. And obviously we got WWE Money in the Bank tonight. And Friday, like I said, just an amazing show, amazing, great 2-hour show for the WWE. The way they kicked it off, the 6-man tag team match was absolutely phenomenal. The crowd, the energy, the fans, the excitement, to see how everything has been in the Thunderdome the past little while. WWE establishing their own stars based on social media, based on creative, whatever the case may be. And now they're finally getting to see what's been going on as far as the Thunderdome goes, live and in person, and to see if it's working there. So it'd be different to see the crowd tonight, Fort Worth, Texas, obviously, with WWE Money in the Bank, to see the reaction between the fans in Houston with regards to the fans in Fort Worth, who they cheer, who they boo. But like I said, WWE Money in the Bank 2021 taking place live tonight, Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas, 8 o'clock p.m. for the pay-per-view. And like I said, 7 o'clock p.m. for the kickoff. We've got 7 matches in total, 1 on the kickoff show, but should be a heck of a night considering the fact that it is the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So kickoff match announced for tonight. SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. We got Rey and Dominic Mysterio as champs taking on the Usos. Mentioned in this past Friday, they mentioned that Dominic Mysterio was born, created, so to speak, in the Thunderdome with regards to his debut. He got to experience the fans for the first time ever. As a competitor this past Friday. So tonight will be night 2. But it's tough because much as I love Rey Mysterio, and I'm talking top 5 of all-time favorite wrestlers in the history of pro wrestling for me. And I think tonight's the night that him and Dominic, unfortunately, are going to end up losing those titles. I can see them maybe winning it back, maybe come SummerSlam. But with the way the Samoan dynasty, so to speak, the head of the table, the family, the Usos finally being back on track with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, and all the rumors of the storylines taking place all the way from now through WrestleMania. They've got to book them strong. So in saying that, as much bias as I hate to say it, Rey Mysterio as well as Dominic Mysterio are losing the titles tonight on the kickoff. The Usos will once again be champs, unbeatable, and I will go into more further detail when we get to the very end of the show there. But I gotta say, the Usos and new champs, and it breaks my heart because I'm loving seeing Rey Mysterio as champion with his son in 2021. But I think tonight's the night they end up losing those titles there. We go into the pay-per-view. 6 big matches taking place. Match number 1, order of importance, in my opinion anyways. Raw Tag Team Championship match. We got the AJ Styles and Omos as champs taking on the Viking Raiders. As much I love to see the Viking Raiders win, Omos is just way too big, way too strong, way too powerful, way too young at that. And, I'm loving the gimmick with him and AJ. Wasn't quite sure in the beginning, but I'm loving them as tag team champions, so to speak. So I got to say AJ Styles and Omos for the win. Knowing Vince McMahon isn't a huge fan of tag team wrestling, the Viking Raiders, I'd love to see them go back to, the days of the Killer Bees, the Rougeau brothers, the Hart Foundation, the British Bulldogs, where they the same matching trunks and the gimmick and everything else. But AJ Styles, an almost unique pair. I tell you this, it kind of reminds me of Haku as well as Andre the Giant. The size difference between the two, but the Viking Raiders, they're tag team wrestlers, you know. And to me, the tag team championship should be on tag team wrestlers. But anyways, that's a story for another day. But AJ Styles almost to retain in this one. Match number 2 of the night, women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Alexa Bliss taking on Asuka, taking on Liv Morgan, taking on Naomi, taking on Natalya, taking on Nikki ASH, taking on Tamina, taking on the returning Zelina Vega. So you've got a whole bunch of favorites, whole bunch of former women's champions in this one. You got Zelina Vega, who is could be the dark horse, as well as Liv Morgan. And, you know, with that being said, if you saw the interaction between Liv and Zelina on this past Friday's SmackDown, you know, there's a lot of tension between the two of them. But looking at the names and looking at the styles, so to speak, and when I say styles, I mean you've got Natalya and Tamina as women's tag team champions. They were beaten once again by Shotzi as well as Tegan Nox. So they've got their own thing going on. So with regards to that, I got to say this. When I look at the names, Asuka could be up there as well, former women's champion. But I got to say it's going to be interesting to see Alexa Bliss as women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner. She's already got that creepy character going on right there. But to see her with that briefcase, to see what she does with it, to see when she cashes in, to me, it's money right there. So I got to say, Money in the Bank, obviously. But I got to say Alexa Bliss to win this one here and to go on to be women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner. Match number 3 of the night, Raw Women's Championship match. I can't see Alexa cashing in tonight, but man, would that set up something? Whether it be against Charlotte Flair, whether it be against Rhea Ripley, I want to see them keep Rhea Ripley strong. I want to see Charlotte Flair get to the point she's frustrated and maybe has to, you know, take some time off just to reestablish herself, maybe to get meaner, to get tougher. Not saying she's not mean and tough already, but the fact is Charlotte Flair, who we see in the ring right now, doesn't have that same integrity she had past WrestleMania main events. You know what I mean? So when it's saying that, Rhea Ripley does. She's young, she's hungry, she's strong, she's powerful, and she's gifted as far as just being a great athlete. Charlotte Flair, the same. But Charlotte Flair has, you know, how many championships has she won so far? And this is Rhea Ripley's time. So with regards to last year, WrestleMania, Rhea Ripley losing the NXT championship to Charlotte Flair. Fact is, keep Rhea Ripley strong. Have that year, have that transition, have that progress, so to speak, with regards to Rhea Ripley. And being like, you know, I learned the last year not to lose the championship to Charlotte Flair. I know how to beat Charlotte Flair again and again and again. And, you know, have her walk out with it. And a heel Rhea Ripley would be absolutely phenomenal if they decide to do a double turn, so to speak. But Rhea Ripley, to me, looks like a champion. The same thing with Bianca Belair, looks like a champion. Great for the WWE universe, so to speak, with regards to post-COVID and fans and attendance, everything else. So to me, keep the title on Rhea Ripley. So Rhea Ripley for the win in this one here. And I'm going to say Alexa Bliss as my winner, predicts in the last match there, doesn't cash in tonight. So I'm going to say that. Match number 4 of the night, men's Money in the Bank ladder match. So if you can see, I'm doing the Money in the Bank ladder matches first. To be able to play into the championship matches of whether or not they're going to cash in tonight. So match number 4, men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got Big E, Drew McIntyre, John Morrison, Kevin Owens, King Nakamura, Ricochet, Riddle, as well as Seth Rollins. And to me, there's 3 guys in this that stand out. Big E, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. Do they pull the trigger on Big E? I can't see it. Unless they were to put the title on Kofi, have Big E turn against Kofi. That would be something there. Both of those guys going in a match, but maybe they turn Kofi and put him. Anyways, a lot could be said about this. So, but Big E, Drew McIntyre, I think is going to be chasing for a while. I don't think he's going to have the briefcase. And then you got the Seth Rollins factor. So what do you do with Roman Reigns? Kind of a spoiler right there, but what do you do with Roman Reigns all the way through to WrestleMania? He needs opponents. Seth Rollins could be one of those opponents. So Big E Kofi storyline could be cool. Drew McIntyre chasing that title, but he can do it, with integrity and just do it on his own without having to cash in a briefcase. And then you got Seth Rollins, the Seth Rollins factor, so to speak. Nothing against all the other guys in the match here tonight, but the fact is, when it comes down to it, Big E, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins are the ones that stand out. But my winner in this is going to be Seth Rollins, that crazy ass character he's got going on right now, carrying that briefcase. it's again money. I know I said it in the women's match, I say it in the men's match too, is money. And the thing about Seth Rollins, he knows how to seek an opportunity, he knows how to cash in. And to me, having him potentially cash in against Roman Reigns as Roman Reigns is dominating, I think is a good storyline all the way through to the end of the year there. So I'm going to say Seth Rollins for the win in this one here. Match number 5 of the pay-per-view, Universal Championship match. I might flip this to the main event because I can easily see it being the main event because of the rumors. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to say match number 5 in the night, WWE Championship match, Bobby Lashley as champ with MVP in his corner, taking on Kofi Kingston. Bobby Lashley's way too strong and powerful. He is basically gifted as a champion in 2021. I think fans, me included, I didn't really care too much about Bobby Lashley becoming champion. WrestleMania, I thought he was going to lose the title. They've kept it on him. They've transformed that character. They've shown that integrity that he has behind him right now. And to me, it's selling. And obviously, they were in the Thunderdome, but the fact is now it's in arenas. And 2021, Bobby Lashley, 45 years old, I believe, still in the shape that he's in, and with MVP by his side. It reminds me like Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, MVP, Bobby Lashley, they just seem to work and fit together. So with that being said, I got to say Bobby Lashley to retain. Kofi Kingston, I don't know if he's ever going to be world champion again, but not against a guy like Bobby Lashley, I'll tell you that much. So Bobby Lashley for the win in this one here. And the reason I switched is this. So main event, potentially, I think it's going to be tonight, main event, because of the way it's been played out, storyline, rumors all over the internet. Universal Championship match, Roman Reigns as champ with Paul Heyman. Strong, dominant. Obviously, they're playing the fact that Edge can get under, Roman Reigns' skin. He's, attacked them, all three of them and the Usos with the chairs. Taking on the one and only Edge, so Roman Reigns taking on Edge. They've made Edge look strong going into this one. Edge is, to be at the age that he's at, to still be able to work the way he does, his style. It was cool seeing him get that fan reaction once again this past Friday on SmackDown. And as much as I want to be biased with Edge, because he is Canadian and he basically stands for everything Canada stands for. They're very proud Edge is from Canada here. But that's the bias in me, right? So the wrestling fan in me, I'm looking forward to seeing this match tonight, one-on-one. But Roman Reigns storyline is ways too strong, and Roman Reigns is going to retain. I'm not sure how it's going to happen. Edge could end up passing out, without tapping out, so to speak. They've been doing that lately with regards to Roman Reigns' opponents. You got the Paul Heyman factor. You got the Usos as well. So I got to say this. I got to say Roman Reigns to retain as champ, which plays into what I was referring to a little bit earlier. So a lot of rumor, a lot of talk coming up next month. And I believe at one point they had announced in Boston, and I don't know if they're still going to do Boston. No, actually they haven't. Forget about that. Way out in left field with that one. And I'm not talking the Green Monster, but anyways, so the Boston referenced John Cena. So everybody's heard about John Cena potentially coming in for a SummerSlam match against Roman Reigns. They've got that big stadium in Vegas, and joys of not doing the show. You forget kind of stuff, on a consistent, consistent basis. But anyways, without the rambling, John Cena's been rumored to come in to face Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. They got the big Allegiant Stadium, I think is what it's called, there in Vegas. Cena versus, Roman Reigns, selling out that place. It's an easy sell. And obviously with Cena making the remarks on social media, doing the interviews he's been doing and stuff like that, kind of, creating a buzz. And, I'm looking forward to it. So I can see at the end of the show tonight, Roman Reigns he gets on the mic. He's unbeatable, Heyman, whatever the case may be. And the next thing you know, at the end of the night, Cena's music hits, Cena comes out. And then basically it's you're left until SmackDown to find out what happens next. So, and then beyond that, they've got The Rock, who they've been talking about Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania. And, depends on scheduling as far as The Rock goes. But he's supposed to be doing a tour. I know Black Adam just finished up. You could see The Rock tonight at SummerSlam, which would completely throw everything out the window. But I think it's going to be John Cena tonight at the end of the night, setting up their match for SummerSlam. I can't see them wait until Friday. I got to say it's going to happen tonight. And then obviously with Reigns, if we're taking on The Rock, rumor for WrestleMania next year. Seth Rollins having that Money in the Bank briefcase, it's just perfect. It's perfect booking in my opinion there. But that's just I tell you this, they've recreated the fan in me. And Vince McMahon on Friday night coming out and just saying what he said, then bowing and then taking off. It was comical. It was hilarious. But the crowd and just, I'm excited again. I shed a tear at WrestleMania this past year watching the fans, shed a tear this past Friday night seeing the fans. And, and then you got Harry Smith, Davey Boy Smith Jr. back with the company. It's just, it's all going in the right direction. I'm looking forward to SummerSlam, but I'm looking forward to tonight as well. So kickoff match, the Usos to take the championships off the Mysterios. Pay-per-view, we got AJ Styles and almost retaining. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, I picked Alexa Bliss, not cashing in later on tonight, though. Match number 3, I put Rhea Ripley over to retain the championship. Match number 4, men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I picked Seth Rollins to win, not cashing in tonight as well. Match number 5, I put Bobby Lashley to retain against Kofi Kingston. And then the main event, Roman Reigns to retain against Edge. And we see an appearance by John Cena, the one and only John Cena there. So yeah, like I said, tonight, guys, 8 o'clock p.m. on pay-per-view. If it's still on pay-per-view, I don't know if WWE is still on pay-per-view. But Peacock as well as the WB Network. And then the kickoff show, Peacock, WB Network, as well as social media. And as always, check me out at Chris Maloney, CWN, with regards to my own social media there. And you can hit me up and chat me up and see some of the stuff I'm commenting on. Usually if I get a beer or two into me, I'm a little bit more, truthful about some of the stuff I see. But I've been a wrestling fan for the past 42 years. So I feel a little bit of an entitlement as far as me being able to state my opinion. But it's Twitter. Anybody can state their opinion. Instagram, I kind of I don't really post that much on Instagram. I know there's Instagram stories or something like that, or Instagram Live. I've never actually looked into it. Maybe I'll look into it for this show, or maybe CWN Live when that returns. Anyways, guys, look also for the big announcement by the Canadian Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame today. If you haven't seen it yet, go over to CPWHOF's social media accounts. You'll be able to see what I'm talking about there. And like I said, CWN Live is on the horizon, so look for that sometime soon as well. But that is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching and listening as always. Enjoy the show tonight, and I will talk to everybody again sometime soon.